Welcome back to Amara's Good Stuff. Today, we step into one of the most famous parts of Merlin's story, his meeting with the boy who would one day become King Arthur. Merlin had long foreseen in visions that a young, humble boy would rise to bring peace and justice to Britain. This boy would not come from riches or power, but from simple beginnings. Merlin understood that cleverness and destiny often come in unexpected forms, and he prepared carefully for this moment. Arthur at the time was just a boy living under the care of Sir Ector, believing himself to be nothing more than a ward. He was kind, curious, and full of questions about the world. Merlin saw the boy's potential and decided to become his secret teacher. Merlin didn't begin with magic or grand spells. Instead, he taught Arthur through everyday experiences, turning challenges into lessons. One day, Merlin transformed Arthur into a bird, allowing him to see the world from above and understand freedom, perspective, and cleverness in flight. Another day, he turned Arthur into a fish, teaching him about adaptability and how cleverness helps even in dangerous waters. Each magical transformation wasn't just for fun. It was Merlin's clever way of teaching Arthur about leadership, responsibility, and problem-solving. These lessons prepared Arthur for challenges ahead without him even realizing it. But the true test of Arthur's destiny came with the famous sword in the stone. After King Uther's death, Britain was left without a ruler. Merlin, foreseeing the boy's destiny, orchestrated a magical test. A sword embedded deep in stone, enchanted so that only the true king could draw it out. Noblemen, warriors, and knights tried with all their strength, but none could budge the sword. Then came Arthur, not with pride or power, but with humility. Thinking he was merely helping his foster brother retrieve a sword, Arthur pulled and the blade slid out effortlessly. The crowd was stunned, and Merlin, watching from the shadows, smiled knowingly. Merlin's clever plan revealed the true king not through strength, but through character, humility, and destiny. From that day, Arthur began his journey to becoming the great king of Camelot. And Merlin, with his clever guidance and magical wisdom, stood by his side as advisor and protector. Did you know? The story of Merlin and Arthur teaches children that cleverness is not about showing off power, but about patience, humility, and learning from experience. Arthur's rise wasn't just destiny, was shaped by Merlin's clever lessons and guidance. And so, the bond between Merlin and Arthur was formed, one that would shape the fate of an entire kingdom. Thank you for joining us on this legendary chapter. Stay tuned to Amara's Good Stuff for Chapter 4, The Sword in the Stone and the Rise of Camelot, where we explore Arthur's early reign and Merlin's clever role in building the legendary Round Table.